Your kid just bypassed their screen time limit in under 4 seconds. That tiny moment of defiance quietly chips away at your trust and their sleep, whether you catch it or not. Most parents think buying the most expensive monitoring app fixes this, but that advice gets it completely backwards. By the end of this, you will know exactly which tool actually fits your family, making tech boundaries calm and effortless. Let us talk about that bypass for a second. You set the limit, you feel good about it, and then you walk past their room and see the glow of the screen at midnight. It is incredibly frustrating. And the immediate instinct is to go to the App Store, find the highest-rated parental control app, pay the monthly subscription, and think the problem is solved. But here is the truth that nobody tells you. The app is only 10% of the solution. The other 90% is how you set it up, which features you actually turn on, and how you talk to your child about it. If you just install an app and walk away, your kid will outsmart it by Tuesday. So, let us walk through the actual landscape right now. We're going to look at the 3 main paths you can take for an iPhone in 2026. We will cover the built-in option that is already sitting on your phone, the comprehensive heavyweight that tracks everything, and the AI-driven watchdog that focuses on mental health instead of just clock watching. Let us start with the one you already have. Apple's native screen time. Picture this. You are sitting at the kitchen table. Your 10-year-old just got their first hand-me-down iPhone, and you want to set some basic ground rules without downloading a bunch of third-party software. You go into Settings, tap Screen Time, and you are immediately in the driver's seat. The beauty of this tool is that it is deeply integrated into the operating system. It is free, there are no hidden monthly fees, and it controls the phone at a system level. You set up a screen time passcode, which is different from their device unlock code. You turn on downtime, which lets you schedule specific hours, like 8 at night to 7 in the morning, where only essential apps like phone and maps are available. You set up limits for categories like social networking or games. You use content and privacy restrictions to block explicit content and prevent app deletions. You can even use the Always Allowed feature to make sure educational apps never get blocked. It sounds perfect, right? But that is only part of the story. The part most parents miss comes a few weeks later. Because this system is built directly into the phone, a highly motivated kid can sometimes find workarounds. They might figure out how to change the time zone to trick the downtime schedule, or they might constantly ask you for the passcode when they need to download a required school app, and eventually, you just give it to them to keep the peace. Once they have the passcode, the whole system unravels. The built-in tool is fantastic for younger kids who just need simple speed bumps, but if you have a tech-savvy tween who treats finding loopholes like a competitive sport, the native Apple tools will leave you playing whack-a-mole. And this one small shift changes everything. If you realize the built-in tools are not quite cutting it, you need to look at the comprehensive heavyweights. This brings us to our second option, an app called Qustodio. Imagine you have a family with multiple devices. Your 8th grader has an iPhone, your 5th grader has a shared family iPad, and maybe they even have a gaming console. You need one single dashboard to see everything. That is where Qustodio steps in. When you set up Qustodio, you are not just setting time limits. You are building a detailed map of their digital life. The setup requires you to install the app on your child's iPhone and then pair it with your own device, which acts as the parent dashboard. The key feature here is the granular web filtering and the cross-platform visibility. Unlike the native Apple tools, Qustodio can monitor web activity across different browsers and give you a really detailed log of what sites they are trying to visit and what gets blocked. Let me give you a real-world example. Think about what would happen if your 12-year-old is on YouTube. The native tools can limit the YouTube app, but they cannot control what happens inside the app. Qustodio has a specific YouTube monitoring feature. It actually shows you the exact videos they have watched on their history. What happened next surprised even me when a friend of mine used this. She thought her son was just watching gaming videos, but the dashboard revealed he had fallen down a rabbit hole of extreme prank videos that were making him anxious. Because she could see the exact content, she was able to have a specific, targeted conversation about it, rather than just yelling about screen time. Qustodio also includes a panic button. If your child ever feels unsafe, they can press a button on their phone that instantly sends you their exact location and an alert. For parents of kids who are starting to walk to school alone or take the bus by themselves, that feature alone is worth the subscription. You can also check their location history to see exactly where they have been throughout the day. If you want calmer, more confident parenting in a screen-filled world, sticking around is probably the simplest way to stay one step ahead of what your kids are facing, because the digital landscape shifts every single month. But there is a catch with Qustodio, and it is a big one. It is incredibly detailed, which means it can feel overwhelming. When you first open the dashboard, you are hit with a wall of data. Screen time minutes, blocked attempts, location pings, social media summaries. If you are not careful, you can easily become a helicopter parent, hovering over the dashboard every 5 minutes and interrogating your kid about every single blocked website. The tool is powerful, but it requires you to have the discipline to only look at the data when it actually matters. It is best for parents who want full visibility and are willing to put in the time to manage a complex dashboard. Now, here is where it gets interesting. What if your child is older? What if you have a 14 or 15-year-old who desperately needs privacy, but you are still deeply worried about what they are encountering online? The heavy-handed tracking of Qustodio will absolutely backfire with a teenager. They will just find a way around it, or it will destroy the trust between you. This is where our third option comes in, and it represents a completely different philosophy. This is Bark. Bark does not try to be a digital leash. It tries to be a digital smoke detector. When you set up Bark for an older child's iPhone, the conversation you have with them is completely different. You are not saying, "I am tracking your every move." You are saying, "I want you to have your privacy, but I also need to know you are safe from things like cyberbullying, predatory contacts, or severe mental health struggles." Bark uses advanced AI to scan texts, emails, and over 30 different social media platforms for specific red flags. The setup involves connecting their accounts to the Bark system. But here is the genius of how it works. Bark does not send you a transcript of every single text message your teenager sends. That would be a nightmare of privacy invasion. Instead, the AI looks for patterns. It looks for keywords and context related to depression, suicidal ideation, cyberbullying, explicit content, and drugs. Picture this. Your 15-year-old is having a really hard time at school. They are being excluded by their friend group in a Snapchat chat, and they start typing out some really dark, hopeless messages to their best friend. With a traditional tracking app, you would have to read through hundreds of mundane messages about homework and memes to find the problem. With Bark, the AI catches the emotional distress pattern. You get a single, discrete alert on your phone saying that there is a potential mental health concern detected, along with recommended advice on how to approach your child and start the conversation. Most parents never notice this, but the way you introduce the app matters more than the app itself. When you use Bark, you are respecting their growing autonomy while still keeping a safety net in place. It shifts the dynamic from policing to protecting. Navigating these mental health and social media waters is incredibly tough, and you do not have to figure it out alone. I actually put together a free sample chapter of my Parenting in the Digital Age guide, and it breaks down exactly how to talk to older kids about online safety without them rolling their eyes and shutting down. You can grab that free chapter linked in the description below. It is a really quick read, and it will give you some exact scripts to use tonight at the dinner table. So let us bring all three of these options together. How do you actually choose? It comes down to the age of your child and your family's specific anxiety points. If you have a younger kid, under 11, and you just need to make sure they are not playing games until 2 in the morning, stick with the native Apple screen time. It is free, it is built in, and it provides enough friction to keep them on track. Just make sure you keep that passcode to yourself. If you have a mix of ages, or a kid who is highly active across multiple devices and platforms, and you want granular control over web filtering and exact video history, Qustodio is your best bet. It is the ultimate command center. Just remember to use the data wisely, not as a weapon to micromanage every second of their day. And if you have a teenager who needs privacy, but you are losing sleep over the realities of social media, cyberbullying, and online predators, Bark is the answer. It steps out of the way of their daily digital life and only steps in when there is a genuine emergency or a serious well-being concern. But here is the secret that ties all three of these tools together. The setup process should never be a secret ambush. Do not wait until they are asleep to install the app and configure the settings. Sit down with them. Show them the dashboard. Show them the alerts. Say, this is not here to punish you. This is here to help us both feel safe. When you make the technology transparent, you remove the secrecy. You turn it from a spy tool into a family agreement. Think about what would happen if your child actually helped you set the app limits. What if they were the ones to suggest that 2 hours of gaming on a school night was too much, and they helped you set the timer? Suddenly, they have ownership. They are not fighting your rules. They are upholding their own agreement. That is the real goal here. We are not trying to raise kids who obey perfectly when we are watching. We are trying to raise kids who know how to self-regulate when we are not in the room. The app is just the scaffolding we use while they build that skill. It is also incredibly important to remember that you have to model the behavior. If you set a downtime schedule for your child, but you are scrolling through your own phone at the dinner table, the app is useless. The unspoken rules of your house will always override the digital rules you program into an iPhone. As we wrap this up, I want you to take a deep breath. You are doing a hard job in a completely unprecedented time. There is no perfect app and there is no perfect parent. There is only you, trying your best to guide your kid through a digital world that is designed to be addictive. Give yourself some grace. If you try one of these tools and it fails, or your kid bypasses it, do not throw your hands up in defeat. Just reset. Talk to them. Adjust the settings. Try again. What is the one screen time rule that actually works in your home? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and honestly, some of the best ideas I have gotten for my own family have come from the stories you all share down there. At the end of the day, the best parental control app in the world is a strong, open, and connected relationship with your child. The apps can block the bad websites, they can limit the screen time, and they can flag the dangerous messages. But they cannot teach your child how to be kind in a comment section. They cannot teach them how to put the phone down and be present. Only you can do that. And you are already doing it just by being here, just by caring enough to look for better answers. Keep trusting your gut, keep the conversations going, and remember that you are the most important influence in your child's digital life.